Bitcoin trading around $16,100 as it breaks out of the upper trend line of a symmetrical triangle that we've been tracking on this channel. $18,000 target. What do you need to be prepared for, ready for, in the hours ahead? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on your way in for the very best Bitcoin technical analysis and data that you're possibly going to find on YouTube. Let's jump into this. So here's what we're going to talk about in this video: symmetrical triangle. Now, in regards to the symmetrical triangle, we got this run up, right? Kind of beginning of November. We talked about right around here, Bitcoin falling into a consolidation pattern. It was time, and you can see Bitcoin fell into a symmetrical triangle, which we actually talked about right around here, a symmetrical triangle setup. And we tracked it day by day as it happened. We had the 74% target breakout area to the apex of the triangle. Bitcoin waited a little bit, maybe 18 hours or so before breaking with this 6-hour candle here. Now, what I'm watching on the charts is this. Bitcoin kind of broke the trend line, right? It obviously didn't break out from there, and we still haven't gotten that much overextension from the symmetrical triangle apex. You can see Bitcoin really not that far overextended, but Bitcoin broke through. We put in this swing high. It's a higher high, and Bitcoin kind of fell back into the apex of the triangle, and then we made a little bit of a run up. So what I'm trying to track right now, and this is personally from my own technical analysis perspective, is was this the throwback to the apex that we often wait for, or was there not enough extension from the breakouts where we haven't really got a throwback just yet? Now, throwbacks happen in regards to how I do my technical analysis based off Bulkowski and his symmetrical triangle data. Throwbacks happen 60% or plus to the downside, right? To test a key breakout area, namely this trend line. So in this manner, we'd be looking for this apex right here, Bitcoin testing that. So I still think that's very much in play on the very short term. And to illustrate that, I just kind of wanted to bring up, that was a 6-hour chart. I wanted to bring up the 4-hour charts, because if you look at this throwback that I talked about, or this semi-throwback after Bitcoin made this little move back into the apex, if you look at this swing low, what has transpired in just about the last day is this little run up. And if we take our Fibonacci retracement from that swing low, this is a very short term, everybody, to our current swing high, right now we do have a very confluent area that Bitcoin could throw back to, right? Which would be this 618 to 786 Fibonacci retracement for support. We see it happen time and time again on symmetrical triangles where Bitcoin's breaking out. A less conservative trader will be buying and going long here. They'll be buying and going long here. A more conservative trader will really wait for just a nice throwback to this area. So in regards to that throwback, once again, we have the swing low to swing high, and you can see the confluence there sitting at the apex right here. Really, it's around $15,600 to around $15,700, give or take, right? So very small range to the downside. Obviously, we'd be in the $15,000 area, or in the 15,000s, I should say, and it's maybe a 3% consolidation. Now, we have to look for support in that area. We have to watch how Bitcoin interacts with that area. This is on the very short term. Now, let's kind of reverse this a little bit. Bitcoin has room now. Bitcoin, when we were tracking this back in beginning of November, it was time for consolidation, right? The reason that we talked about that is because for Bitcoin to see continuation to the upside, to start seeing numbers like 18,000, Bitcoin needed to consolidate. It needed to cool down a little bit, and this is exactly what we want it to look like. A symmetrical triangle would be a perfect setup for continuation, bullish continuation from off of what has transpired in the last couple of months or so. So this is the perfect setup for continuation. There is room to the upside. We track the daily chart all the time on this channel, and you can just see even on the RSI right here, Bitcoin has done what it needed to do, which is consolidate from this overbought territory right around 84 or 85, We've come back down. This is basically what the symmetrical triangle looks like on the RSI. It doesn't look much like a symmetrical triangle, but that's Bitcoin putting in a symmetrical triangle and consolidating on the RSI. Now, if you look at the stock RSI, a quicker moving momentum oscillator, you can see Bitcoin coming back out of that oversold area now. So a lot of room for upside on this quicker moving momentum oscillator, meaning we could have a very quick move, Bitcoin breaking 16,500 to the 17 to the 18,000 to hit the target on this symmetrical triangle around $18,000. So one thing I wanted just to bring randomly to your attention, did you see Dash last night breaking $100 on Coinbase? I don't want to look too much into that, but cryptocurrencies, altcoins in general, when they do weird things, you can start looking for some weird things to happen in the markets. And that kind of goes for bullish or bearish. So take this with a grain of salt. But Dash in particular, Dash is a crazy one sometimes. Long term, I'm long on Dash, but it's just something to just keep an eye on what was going on there. And at the end of the day, that's an answer I don't think any of us will ever have when we get these weird moves for Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. So the other thing I do want to just bring up to you is this. And actually, I want to highlight this comment. This was from yesterday, 13 hours ago. I think people, and this is from Will Bryant, I think people are missing a monthly candle close above $13,800-ish would be the highest monthly close ever. Zoom out. Appreciate you, Dan. God bless. And a couple things here, everybody. I'm going to show you that beautiful looking monthly candle in play right now. But he said something. He said zoom out, because I'm doing 4-hour chart right here, everybody, and we're eyeing up Bitcoin at 16,000. Are we gonna fall into the 15,000s? Are we going to 18,000? And even talking about $13,000 targets down here, right? It sounds like a lot, but it's nothing. Like, it's really nothing if you start going over to the daily, and then you start going to the weekly, and then you start going to the monthly. And here's the monthly. This is the monthly that Will was talking about. You can just see this. Look at this, everybody. We haven't even broken into the bull market. We have not broken into the bull market. And if you're new here, you know why I say that. Or I'm sorry, you don't know why I say that. I say that because the swing high of the bull market to the swing low in the bear market sets up a long-term Fibonacci retracement. The same thing happened last Bitcoin cycle. And Bitcoin has not broken that yet. This is what I call the bull market doors, this green rectangle. And right now, just above $16,000, we are so close, everybody. We are so close. That is Bitcoin breaking into the bull market. Now, what's going to happen when we do? We could come back down. That's exactly what happened last cycle in around 2016, 2017. So we have to anticipate that. And also, I need to mention this to really bring this video full circle. This is probably the most important part of the video. Down here at this 618, right? This 618 area is right around $13,500 or so. And if you zoom out on the charts, and I've just talked about this so often, Bitcoin made this exact move last Bitcoin cycle after the last Bitcoin halving, where it kind of tested this area up here, broke into the bull market, and came back down to that area. Now, if you remember what we were just talking about in terms of this symmetrical triangle, I don't know if this is going to happen yet, but look where the breakout target for a symmetrical triangle is. It's in the 13,000s. A move like that would perfectly reflect what happened back in the last Bitcoin cycle after 2016 halving. And you know what? Hopefully you're still watching this. I just want to show you, because there's probably a lot of people that haven't seen it. I know there's a lot of you that have, but you can just get a glimpse of exactly the move I'm talking about that is very much in play for Bitcoin right now. So let's do it. So here it is. This is Bitcoin on the weekly chart, and this is the move that I'm anticipating for Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaks into the bull market. You can see breaking that key Fibonacci retracement, and then comes back down. And this is exactly the move that's in play right now. And it's so much in play based on this 6-hour chart with the breakout targets at $13,000, just above $13,000. So to the downside, just to give you an idea, what we're looking at is just about 15-20% dip for Bitcoin would perfectly reflect what happened back then. So everyone, just be prepared for every scenario. That is why I do these videos. I'm trying to give you a sense of where Bitcoin is headed next, so that in this very moment, with where it is now, you can analyze and reflect upon your portfolio and say, you know what, this is what I need to do given these scenarios. Anticipate every possible move, and you're going to be ready. You're going to be set up for success. Your portfolio is going to be looking nice too, because mentally, your mental state's going to be looking nice. So these are my thoughts, everybody. Let's track this. Bitcoin on the 4 hour. We're going to get a little bit of a pullback here. Are we going to throw back to this apex, the Fibonacci retracement, for continuation to the upside? Or is Bitcoin going to straight up fail and do exactly what it did back then after the 2016 halving for the last dip before entering the bull market? Time will tell. Hit that subscribe, everybody. I appreciate you cruising by. Have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.